This is going to be the most amount of miles I've ever covered in one singular trip. Let's hook up and get on the road, and I'll fill you in what's happening. Yup, that right there is why you walk around the rig every time, no matter how far you're going. If you haven't figured out by now, we put the camera down, shoot the rig moving, and then go back and get the camera. So luckily I didn't go very far, but that right there is exactly why you should 100% check everything. Welcome back to Miller's in Motion, and yes, I am on the road solo. I am doing the longest solo trip I have ever done, or the longest trip in general with the RV that either of us have done. I'm going just over 1,500 miles from Fort Worth, Texas, up to Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah, you got that right. So we're on my way to the Hershey RV Show. I'll tell you, I'm already at my first stop, and I didn't record a whole lot because two things. One, I left late because of how the planning all went, which I'll get into in a little bit. And then two, there were storms. So many storms. In fact, there's one coming here. That's why I'm trying to get inside. So with that, I have a very long drive day tomorrow that I'll fill you in the morning first thing. But I am going to go to bed. See you in the morning. Home sweet home. It always feels good to be back in the rig. Remember how just a second ago I said, just going to crash, get a good night's sleep, get up the next morning? So, I don't know if you can see that, but we're the little blue dot, and all that's coming for us. So, I'm sure I'll be talking to you again in this fun adventure up to, I almost said Elkhart. That's not right. Pennsylvania. I'm tired. All right, see you later or in the morning. Depends on how tired I am. Well, good early morning. It is Saturday before the Hershey RV Show. I am wearing my Cardinal red for the University of Wisconsin because college football is back, baby. And the NFL started a couple days ago, but the Packers play tomorrow, and I changed my travel plans just to make that work. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. So, I am very awake. I've had a lot of coffee so far, so if you know me, you're in for it today. I have a long travel today. In fact, I think now would be a good time to talk about how I planned this trip because it was not the easiest thing in the world. So let's go to past tense, Ryan. Well, thanks, future Ryan, and welcome to my office at the house. And my desk is an absolute disaster. But when I was thinking about this trip, I got a little concerned because we're talking about 1,500 miles solo. The longest I had done was to Central Florida, which was 950 to 1,000. So there's a whole extra day, the timing of the whole thing. So the first thing I always do is I plug everything into RV Life Trip Wizard, and I kind of just let everything happen here that wants to happen here. And so I look for certain spots. And if you notice over here on the left, we have a lot of Love's travel stops on this little adventure. And so with that, we just like them. They're easy, they're convenient, there's food, there's lit. Every single one's been super safe, and quite frankly, they're super easy to get into. So I've been a big fan. But you know, when you look through these, so like I'm having to leave on Friday, so I'm having to leave in the evening one night and drive 4.5-ish hours. And then I need to make it just in between Nashville and Knoxville, a little closer to Knoxville, and then into Virginia. This is the last one on that route up. And then eventually into Hershey. We're staying at the 1,000 Trails, as you probably already know by now. And then coming back, we're actually going back to the one in Tennessee on about a little over 9-hour drive day, 593 miles. And then we're coming in to the one in Hazen, Arkansas. I've actually been to this one before at about 476 miles. And then the last little bit all the way into the house. And so I try to space things out in a way that
it's safe for me to drive. 9.5 hours is a lot. Now, I will tell you one of the little tricks that I do is I will take this time and I'll set like my max speed at 65 in here, and then my Garmin the exact same thing. And so typically I only go 65, but with this travel trailer, I've been known to creep up towards 68 sometimes. And so I can only make up some time on those long stretches. Another thing too is that I'm used to driving. So if you're not used to driving, don't push yourself. But this is one of those, I kind of need to get up there and get back. So that's the stops that we are making along the way and how I decide to plan it. Now, there's a couple times I almost did campgrounds. It worked out better for this. I get to watch the Packer game on Sunday. I don't know if I've talked about that yet or not on the main video that we're shooting starting tomorrow. So, but yeah, and then after this, it all goes into our Garmin RV GPS, which it's already in there. And I have each day as a planned route. That way it's pretty much just grab it and go. And I don't have to really think about it. That way if I'm still kind of trying to wake up, maybe I haven't had enough coffee, I just plug it in and go. I'm good to drive, but maybe not think through logic when it comes to should I or shouldn't I stop here. So that's it. All right. Back to you, future Ryan, and wherever we are in this long, long journey.
Thank you, past tense Ryan. Okay, so like I said, I'm just kind of getting picked up around here. It rained overnight, but not like super heavy, so I was just, not full timing. I didn't get used to it took me a little bit to get comfortable with the noises again, so. But I'm going to go ahead and hook up. It is still actively raining a little bit. Not a full rain, but it is definitely got a little bit of a sprinkle going on. So I'm going to pack up off camera. I know that's rare, but I'm going to do that simply because I don't want to get the camera wet. So I'll see you in the truck here in just probably like 20 minutes. Just like that, we're back on the truck and back on the road. So I'll see you at the next stop. All right, well, we have made our first stop of the day. I've made it all morning, which is great. So it's about 11:30 and it was just time for fuel. I am also going to go ahead and grab some lunch. So I'm at a Love's in between Memphis and Nashville, Tennessee. We actually stopped here in our Nashville series, which is funny. And ironically, look what I am behind. I pulled up and ironically, I'm right behind another Alliance Paradigm. It's all right. That's awesome. I am doing almost 600 miles today. All because I want to watch the Packer game tomorrow. Oops. So I have 294 left after this. I'm getting fuel and I'm going to grab some lunch as well. And we'll see how far we make it. I'm hoping I can make it all the way to the Loves I'm staying at. I'll fuel up first and then park, but we'll see. I'm holding together so far. Today's the longest drive day of any of them, including coming back. So yeah, it could get away from me pretty quickly, but so far so good. All right, got my handy dandy sandwich, some water, and a Red Bull, because more caffeine. Back on the road. It's as simple as that. Just keep going. Oh, all right. Well, just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, and one of the things I'll do, especially now that I'm into like hours 6 and 7, I start to get a little tired. So one of the things I do is I'll pull over to a rest stop. I'll throw some stuff away, like empty water bottles, all that, and I'll make a point to go use the restroom at the rest stop so that I walk. And I get a little stretch in, just kind of move a little bit, because I'm starting to get a little tired. Plus, I'm about to come into Nashville, Tennessee, which we were just there, ironically, but it's a little more trafficy, a little busier. Got to be on my game a little bit more, if you may. So just have to be more aware. When you've been on the road for a while, and you're by yourself, you kind of start to go a little crazy. But there is music. But this I know, out of here. Pretty little souped up four-wheel drive. Always, I know. Born through a party in the county jail. Nowadays everybody wanna talk, but they got something to say, but nothing comes out. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a mistake. Ooh, summer in 16. All right, well, we have made it to our loves. We are just outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, so this is overnight number 2 of 3 until we get to our actual destination. After today, it's when it gets weird, and I know I say that because today I actually, it ended up being an 11-hour day because I'm good at that, about 600 miles. A couple of stops, did it a lot faster than I thought. It's the magic of college football, being able to listen to that helps quite a bit. Also, I'm trying something different. I'm not saying I'm never going to eat at like an Arby's or a Carl's Jr. or those again, but Lauren and I have been counting calories, carbs, those kind of things, because it's time to lose some weight. And if Matt Foxcroft from Matt's RV Roots can do it, I can do it, dang it. So I brought a ribeye. So I'm going to cook this up and eat, and we'll just kind of see how the evening goes. Ooh, well, good morning. It's a beautiful day. I forgot how much I love the weather once you get over here. I didn't do anything last night. I just watched the Michigan-Oklahoma game, relaxed. Now it's time to head towards Virginia. So I'm only driving like a half day today for me, full day for a lot of people, because I want to watch the Packer game. It's opening week. So I'm going to get there at like 2 o'clock or so and just veg out, maybe cook some food and just watch the game. But this is officially the furthest northeast we've gone ever. Everything is new from here on out, so get the road. Just like that, we're in our spot. This is by far the prettiest loves I think I've ever been to, but it's almost game time, so I got to get things wrapped up and set up. All right, well, now that I made it here, first time in Virginia, this is a pretty state, just very pretty. I will say, obviously, you know what I'm going to be doing here in about an hour. It's throwing me off being Eastern time. Game doesn't start till like 4:15 or whatever time the afternoon games start. Keep on to say 3:15 because of Central time, but I'm going to watch the Packer game. I'm going to have some fun with that, and I might cook a steak again. I did that for dinner last night. I got one more. I don't want it to go bad, and once I get to the show tomorrow, it's kind of run. So, in fact, I might fire it up for lunch. Have a little bit of a late lunch, and then I'll have more of a snack with that sandwich. I made a small one. Don't judge. And then maybe grab some Arby's for dinner or something. I'm not 100% sure. So
1930s, the Lions and the Packers coming up on CBS.
Micah Parsons making his debut. Go Pack, go baby! I hope I'm happy in about 3 hours. Okay, so I feel a little bad for what I'm about to say, but I want to point something out as I'm here watching the Packers game. So I'm just sitting here, kind of minding my own business. It's beautiful, so I've got the door open, and then I've got the Packer game on. Well, it's halftime now, and I see this RV coming in. So all of these sites, you can tell like how this guy's parked and how I'm parked are angled to where if you come in over here and turn this direction, it makes it really easy to back in. And he came in this way, or he came in from over here, went that way, and that's like his 9th or 10th attempt at kind of backing in over there. And it's the classic, there's a lot of people that are arguing he's really close to this other RV, way closer than I would be happy with. I mean, it seems like he's got it now, but that took a lot more effort than it needed to. So like I said, I feel bad kind of saying that, but it kind of, it's going to prove a point that I'm going to talk about, and that's I typically will always look at a satellite view on a map, whether it be Apple Maps, Google Maps, RV Life Pro, whatever, to see what I'm getting into. I do it every time. The Garmin 895 GPS we have also has what's called Eagle Eye, or like Arrival View. It actually shows you a little bit of a satellite view. Now, not every... Like, this is a brand new Loves. And so, like, the satellite view shows construction and piles of dirt. So, but if you go into the pictures, like, you know how, like, if you're like on Google reviews, people upload pictures, and there's pictures of these, and you can kind of tell what's going on. So, I knew coming into it where I wanted to kind of go so I could back in as easy as possible. So, just a little bit of research kind of saves you from that, especially if you're not as good at backing in. Also, he has a train horn on his truck, and he keeps accidentally hitting it. Scared the crap out of me the first time. Also, just one other little tidbit if you're going to stay at a Love's. Not a lot of people that come to a Love's in the gas station area know camp etiquette. So, a lot of times what they're doing is they're putting the dog park... Let me show you. So, like, we're in the rig, but you can see, like, right behind us, the dog park is directly behind us. No biggie. So, again, zero problem with that. It's perfectly fine. But not everybody understands camp etiquette, because not everybody's a camper. So a lot of times you're getting people going to the dog park that are coming from just gassing up because they're on a road trip kind of thing. This is the one exception I'm going to tell you. Just, it's okay. As long as they're not like right on your RV, which that I get, it's going to happen at a Love's. It's kind of an is what it is situation, unfortunately. But I'll say, just remember, they're not campers necessarily. They might not know the difference. So little patience and some open kindness would be a good scenario in that. So just a heads up. It's happened like 3 times at this one specifically. Go Pack, go baby. So good. They won. Heck yeah. 1-0, and we beat a really, really good team. But excited about that. With that, I'm going to wind down, have some dinner, and watch Thursday Night Football. So we'll see you bright and early in the morning for our last drive day, and then we are in Hershey, Pennsylvania. See you in the morning. Good morning. Oof, that was a cold night. It got down to the 40s here. Yikes. I'm not used to that. I woke up and it was like 58 inside the RV. I'm really thankful that the heater worked because I haven't had to use it yet. Good morning and welcome to our final travel day. So today we are heading only about 5 hours down the road, so about 30, 45 minutes longer than yesterday's drive. But we are going to land in Hershey. So we're staying at the Thousand Trails Hershey. No, we're not Thousand Trails members. Yes, you can still stay there. It could have gone towards a membership. We don't ever use them. And obviously now that we're not full-time, it's not super big of a deal to us. But yeah, I got to go hook up. I'm also going to go ahead and do a little bit of a sewer dump because I am not on a full hookup site. I have 30 amp, which is fine for this coach. It's a 50 amp coach, but it can run on 30 amp 100% just because of the amount of things that are in it. Yeah. We're just going to head up there and kind of get checked in. And I believe we're going to be close to quite a few people you may recognize and that I miss. So let's hit the road. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but I think this got prettier with the morning light. I've always loved truck stops, but this one has really taken the cake. There's a Dunkin' Donuts? Oh, there is. I'm going to have to resist that urge, but I want it. Oh. All right. Made it in the truck. It's much warmer in here now that I've had a chance to let the heater run for a little while. I'm ready to head out. I will tell you, this is the first colder weather we've been in a long time, and the tire pressures are, of course, a little bit weird. I'm actually going to choose not to inflate them, only because it's going to warm up throughout the week, which means I have to deflate them. And I'm only low by like a PSI point or two. So literally, I have the alarm set at 74 PSI. The cold pressure in these are 78, and it's 71, 73 as soon as I start driving, they're going to warm up and inflate a little bit. So I'm not overly worried about that. There's also more pressure on there's less pressure on the front tires. That's changing. It's actually going up because I was nose low, which means when I came up, I took a little pressure off that front axle from the tongue jack and the stabilizers and all that stuff. So yeah, let's get our route plugged in and make our way up to the Harrisburg Hershey area and wrap this travel insanity up. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Just made it to West Virginia. We're here briefly, very, very briefly, like maybe 60 miles, if that. Maybe less. I don't really know. This is a real quick, gonna use the restroom, grab a snack. Really more than a snack, I need water. So I grabbed coffee this morning. I forgot to grab a water, so oops, but did that. We're back on the road. We're getting so close now. It's that stage of the trip where you're like, itchy. I want to be done now, and I'm almost there. And just like that, we have made it to Hershey. So I'm going to show you around the site real quick. It's different. I'm very much so used to either boondocking, Texas state parks, or resorts. None of knock on Hershey. I think it's fine. I see all kinds of Class A's. Tons of Alliances here, so that's always fun. But I'm going to show you this, and then... So yeah, pretty simple. But it's actually a full hookup site. I thought it only had 30 amp. It does have a fire pit. Also has a little table back there. Probably not going to use that, and then the rig's here. Now I will tell you, I'm at the back of the rig. You can see that yellow Camco block underneath the tire there. It is very sloped this way. So from driver's side, or it's sloped from passenger side down the driver's side. So I had to come up quite a bit, but it's a very pretty site. I'll say this is behind us. So that works. Also, yes, there's a bunch more room back here, but my power cord goes in here, and that's all the power cord I got. At least I thought of it and checked it before. So with that, it's been a trip. 1,500 miles, 3 love stops. I shortened it because of a Packers win. Left it on for today. I don't even know how many dollars in fuel. I'll check in later with that. It's been a trip, but I'm excited, and all solo. But I'm excited to be at our first RV show now in... Wow, it's really been 2 years since we were in Tampa last, and so we feel disconnected from the community. So we want to get back in. We've done stuff, but we want to get back in. So I'm excited to see people. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. Next week, you're going to see all kinds of fun stuff from Hershey. So I'm going to give you my take on Hershey versus Tampa, and then I've got a world premiere video. We're only going to do the new stuff, our favorite accessories, that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll see you guys next week from right here tomorrow. Bye. Have a great night. Bye, Mom.